Titans win in Detroit yesterday, 16-15, 1-1 on the year, coming home to take on Oakland in a important game in my mind, because you hit the road the next 2 weeks to face the unbeaten Texans, current leaders of the AFC South Division, and then you go to Miami. Go down there into the new stadium, probably a hot and humid game in early October. Important stretch here. Because then after that, you have 3 consecutive games at home. Browns, Colts, Jags, 2 of those, of course, divisional games. This is a stretch here where the Titans have 4 games at home, including 2 against divisional foes. They play all 3 divisional teams here. It's a time that they need to make some headway, need to make some plays, need to get some wins if they are going to compete to get into the playoffs, be a playoff team this year. Looked like a playoff team in the fourth quarter yesterday, fighting off the adversity, fighting off a sluggish start to the game, and just finding a way to win. Jonathan Hutton from 104.5 The Zone, our guest analyst last night, or not really our guest anymore, he pretty much works here. Just our analyst last night on the Electric Power Company's Sunday Sports Central. You can also catch him on the midday 180, 12 to 3 on 104.5 The Zone. But he and I broke down the keys to how the Titans came back last night. Time now for our Middle Tennessee Honda dealers' keys to the game. And Hutton, they're going to get overlooked in this one, but the defense really set the tone. Remember, they've just allowed 1 touchdown now through 2 weeks.
I thought the pass rush today critical in Detroit. 4 sacks, 2 by Brian Arakpo. They did a nice job of creating pressure around the strong quarterback. And defensively, although I thought Detroit really let them off the hook in the second quarter, you mentioned it, 7 points allowed through 8 quarters of play. That's fantastic. Defense
sets the tone, but Mike Mularkey kept saying his team needed to learn to finish, and that's what they finally did today.
This is a fourth quarter that the Titans of old would be proud of, the old era, because that's what they were known for, finishing in the fourth quarter. Ugly, but winning, and that's what they did today. They were 2-6 last year on games decided by 8 points or less. Terrible. This is the type of game that Mularkey wants to see from his crew. Ugly, but they get it done.
14 points in the fourth quarter, led by Marcus Mariota and a clutch couple of drives.
9 of 9 passing on that final drive. Consistent, found open targets, took what the defense gave him. Ultimately, though, the game-winning drive when it mattered most for number 8, that one goes down in the history books as one we're going to point to as he moves forward. Only his 14th career start.
People forget that.
A lot of areas to grow in, but he did it while winning on the road in the NFL.
Big win. The Titans come back 5 years to the day of their last win in Week 2. Titans have had success in Week 1 of late, even when the seasons haven't been very good, but they've been awful in Week 2 of the season. 5 years since the last time they won in Week 2. They get one yesterday. And as we said last week, the pattern may be reversing itself. If they're going to have a good year, that's certainly what they hope, that the win in Week 1 followed by essentially the season-long collapse. This year you lose in Week 1. Maybe you can rebound and get to where they want to be. Titans, with that all-important drive, John Burton in Detroit yesterday got into the locker room afterwards to talk to the players about exactly what they were thinking, the mindset, and the execution on that 13-play, 83-yard drive that won the Titans the game.
For 3.5 quarters, virtually nothing was going right for the Titans against the Lions. But still, somehow, some way, there they were at their own 17-yard line with 7:04 remaining in the fourth quarter, down 5, needing a touchdown to win it. And that's when their franchise quarterback put together a drive that could define his career and his team's season. The Titans committed 12 penalties against the Lions, gave up a safety, missed a field goal, threw an interception, and had several breakdowns on both sides of the ball. Other than that, things were going great.
Some things weren't going our way early on, and there comes about 4 or 5 plays, throughout a game that kind of determines the game. So we just stayed in there.
But down just 5 with just over 7 minutes left, quarterback Marcus Mariota went to work. The second-year signal caller fought off leg cramps to put together a 13-play, 83-yard drive. Mariota went 9 for 9 passing on the TD march, And on 4th and 4 from the 9-yard line, Mariota somehow hit Andre Johnson for what proved to be the game-winning score.
You know, I've played this game for a while. I've had plays where I've been in traffic and had to make plays, so I knew there was going to be some contact, and I just went up and tried to do the best I can with it.
I mean, that guy's a Hall of Famer. You know, that's an easy choice. You know, when the guy's played at the level he's played at for so many years, you just kind of have that trust in him.
It was 4th down. He basically like, look, this is the opportunity. If we don't get this, we lose the game. Terry and Mike, I guess they came up with a great play call to make that play down there to put Andre on a one-on-one with a linebacker and gave us the opportunity to score a touchdown.
The win gives the Titans a much more manageable 1-1 record, along with plenty of confidence that despite the odds, they can find a path to victory.
They thought they could. Well, they did today. They came back. They finished the game, and they did it on the road. A lot of circumstances were tough at the end there, and I was really proud of the grit that this team showed.
The Detroit Lions are a great team, great organization. They got great fans. You know, anytime you get a win in this type of environment, it means a lot.
This is a different team. You know, that mindset we have is we're not gonna give up until the final whistle blow, and we showed that today.
In the visitors' locker room afterwards, Titans players could be heard singing the song "Celebration" by Kool and the Gang. When I asked head coach Mike Mularkey about that, he looked at me, smiled, shrugged his shoulders, and said, "Oh, was that what that was?" In Detroit, John Burton, News Channel 5 Sports.
Thank you, JB. Bring Jonathan Hutton back in here at the smart screen for really the evolution of Marcus Mariota within this game. Sometimes we forget he's still just a second-year quarterback, and he made some young, costly mistakes today.
Yeah, he did 2 of the 3 drives when the Titans were in scoring position in the first half. He took costly sacks when really, like on this play here, just throw the football away, live to fight another down, possibly get a field goal. Here later in the second quarter, another crucial sack that really backed the Titans up.
Yeah, actually knocked them out of field goal range there, but when it mattered the most, Mariota was money. 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, 9 of 9 on that game-winning drive, Hutton.
Yep, and he starts off by taking what the defense gives him. Quick throw to Tajay Sharp. That was a first down pickup. Later, found his veteran running back out of the backfield several times. Right here to DeMarco Murray on the outside. Nice read. Again, just taking the short route, but picking up the first down.
Great
and then
throw,
later, this is defense right in his face. Murray right up the seam. And then the one highlight reel so far of the season, the touchdown pass back of the end zone to Andre Johnson, giving the football to his veteran, the future Hall of Famer.
Great toss. Maybe even a better catch, though, from Andre Johnson on that one. The game winner for the Titans in Detroit.